Welcome back to the 30s Guide. My name is Priska Jordan. In today's video, we're talking about style tips for staying cool during the very, very hot dog days of summer. Now, I live in the South. I live in South Carolina. It is currently 101 degrees outside, but to be honest, the hottest days I have ever experienced were in Iowa and Kansas City when I was visiting friends in each place. So I know that the South isn't alone in experiencing this heat wave, so I'm going to give you some style tips to incorporate into the wardrobe you already have, pull some pieces and make different outfits that are going to help you stay stylish but also comfortable in this heat. Well, as comfortable as you can be. This topic might be one that you want, or if it's very hot where you live right now, it's one that you need. So if that's you, then stay tuned. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because it's not solely focused on style. We are really trying to balance style and comfort, and to help me test whether something is comfortable and worthy of your lifestyle in the hot, hot summer, I have my trusty spray bottle. This is going to act like a test to see if outfits are sweat proof, which brings me to my first tip. When it is very hot outside and you're likely going to sweat, I mean, even just looking outside makes my eyeballs sweat a little. But if you're likely going to sweat by stepping outside, then make sure you're wearing patterns, not solids. And I'm not doing this right this second, but let me show you what happens if you're wearing a solid and you sweat. You see that? It's darker. And so you're going to have these sweat pools, you know, under your underarms, on your lower back, maybe under your thighs, and that might make you pretty uncomfortable. First off, because of sweat, but secondly, because of social anxiety. I'm one of those people that once I start sweating, I get self-conscious that I'm sweating and I smell or it's visible, and then I sweat even more because I'm anxious about that. So if I can avoid sweat marks altogether, then that's going to be really key for me showing up in social situations and being very confident. So if I was going to an outdoor sporting event or something where I was going to be even outside for 15 minutes or so in this heat, I would not wear this dress. This is something that is a linen dress, so it is breathable, and I'll get to breathable fabrics in a later tip, but because it's solid, it's going to show sweat, so it's not something I would wear if I was going to be outside for a prolonged period of time. Now let me show you some alternatives. Voila! These are all my other options that are patterned, not solids, and they are not going to show sweat nearly as easily. So let me grab my spray bottle and we'll do the sweat test. Here is a white pattern dress with a blue pattern. Now you can't see this in the camera and I cannot see it in person, so this definitely passed the sweat test. And that brings me to my next tip. There is a reason why lighter colors are sold during the summer and darker colors are sold during the winter. I mean, first off, yes, it does reflect nature. There are longer daylight hours, so there's lighter colors during the day, but it also is because lighter colors do not absorb sunlight, so it's going to keep you cooler. So let me pick some pieces out of this wardrobe that are lighter color to show you. So here are some lighter colored pieces, and if I was planning to spend some time outside during the day but I also wanted to look stylish, then this is an example of an outfit I might wear. This is a light pink tank top and some ivory linen shorts, and this would help to deflect the sun rather than absorb it, keeping me cooler even if I'm going to be rather hot in the heat. The next tip I have for you to stay cool in this summer heat is to wear natural fabrics, not synthetic. You can think of synthetic fabrics kind of like wearing a trash bag because it's just as breathable, and some of the synthetic fabrics are essentially like trash bag material, like a plastic that is woven. So of course it's not going to allow for airflow, breathability, your body to allow heat out, or for the breeze to brush against your skin. So we want to get rid of synthetic fabrics in the summer and stick primarily with natural fabrics. With modern fabric manufacturing, it can be confusing what is natural versus synthetic. There are so many more options than there were 50 or 100 years ago, but for natural fabrics, think primarily cotton and linen. And I'll get to a few others that are available, but let me rearrange this to show you what natural fabrics I have in this closet. This is a 100% linen dress by Ralph Lauren, and I got this secondhand, which is a really good way to shop for your more premium pieces because you can get them considerably cheaper and you can still get high quality. Now, I first rented this from Rent the Runway and I knew what size fit me, so then I went to Poshmark to buy it, and I was able to get it for, I think, 65% off the retail price. If I would have bought it from Rent the Runway, I would have paid essentially full price. I think it was maybe 10% off on Rent the Runway, and it was a little bit out of my price range, so I checked Poshmark and was able to get this piece, and I'm very happy with it. Here is an example of a natural fabric that you might not readily recognize. This is a dress that I bought this year from Reformation, and I know it's still available in about 6 colorways, so I will link that in the description box below. But essentially, this is an 88% lyocell dress, which is a natural fabric composed from, I believe, bamboo, and that means that it is going to be breathable. It also has 12% spandex because it is a more form-fitting dress, so you'll have to note that spandex is not breathable, but it's only 12% of the garment, so you're trading off that breathability for form, and for me this one is worth it. I have worn this in the summer heat to like the farmer's market on a Saturday, and it's done just fine. So my tip for you when shopping, if you're not sure what a fabric is, just Google it and find out, because it's well worth it to find those natural fabrics. The next tip I have for you is to wear flowy fabrics, not tight. And I actually have a stipulation on this. If you are wearing synthetic fabrics, which I obviously don't recommend, but if you are, you need to wear a tighter fabric. But if you're wearing natural fabrics like I recommend, especially with your very stylish outfits, wear a flowy type garment, or at least something that allows a little bit of airflow between your skin and the garment, because that is going to keep you cooler. So let me rearrange this wardrobe to show you the flowy fabrics. Surprise! Actually, everything in this wardrobe is flowy, or at least one half of the outfit is flowy. So if I'm wearing this tighter top, I would wear it with these more flowy linen shorts, and that would create some airflow, at least with my legs. And also, because it's a tank top, I'm already getting airflow to the upper half of like my chest and my underarms area, which will keep me cool. Here's another example. This is a linen dress that I bought from H&M a few years ago, and it's actually remarkably high quality for being fast fashion. However, the top part of the dress is a fitted bodice and the lower half is very roomy. I think I have a clip of when I wore this over the weekend that I'll insert right here. But this dress, because it is fitted at the top, I'm not getting a lot of airflow in the bodice area, but most of the dress is very flowy, and again, the décolletage and the underarms and shoulders are exposed, which allow for more airflow. So my advice is not to just take these tips and adhere to them like they are rules, but rather take them as suggestions and kind of play with it and see what's comfortable for you for staying cool in the hot, hot summer. The last 3 tips I have for you are for the smaller items. First off, we all know that wearing open-toed shoes are more comfortable than wearing closed-toed shoes when it's hot outside. However, you also need to consider how much of your foot is being covered, because even if you have an open-toe shoe but it's more like a bootie, that is going to trap a lot more heat than if you had just strappy sandals or something with maybe just 2 straps on it. Also keep in mind the fabric. So if you're wearing leather shoes, that's going to trap a lot of heat. But if you're wearing a more breathable fabric like canvas tennis shoes, then that is going to help if you do need to wear something that is closed-toed. Tip number 6 is to wear lighter underthings instead of the heavier stuff you might wear in cooler weather. Now for this, it's also important to have natural fabrics versus synthetic. So like your underwear, for example, you will want something that's more breathable. A lot of bras have polyester or spandex in them because of the stretch, but you can try to buy fabric that has a higher cotton content for the summer. And something that I really like to utilize are a product called Nippies, and I think this is just a brand of like a nipple sticker. And this I will wear instead of a bra because I am smaller chested and it's very easy for me to wear this with most all of my clothing. But during the summer, I'm typically wearing this and not even a full bra because I like the breathability of just having my skin against the clothing rather than another layer that's going to make me warmer in the summers. And the last tip I have for you is a style and comfort tip, and that is to accessorize for the weather. So for example, let's say you're going to an outdoor concert at an amphitheater and the sun's going to be on you for an hour or two before it sets. Here's what you need. A hat. Especially if you have dark hair, but for anyone, if the sun is on your face, your hair, your chest, you're going to get much warmer than if you can block it out with a wide brim hat. Now this is a darker color, which goes against my tip of wearing lighter colors in the summer so as not to absorb the sun heat, but I do have a lighter colored one, so let me show you that as well. This is the hat that I wear when I'm gardening, but also if I'm going to an outdoor event for several hours, I might wear this as well because it is a lighter color and that's going to deflect the sun rather than absorb its heat. And it's a wide brim hat, which allows for more protection from the sun's rays. My previous hat I bought from Gigi Pip and I'm very happy with it, so I will link it down in the description box below. This one, however, was handmade and I bought it at a farmer's market, so unfortunately I can't link this one. Maybe I can find one that is similar to link for you if you're interested in that. If you're not that into hats, here's a really good solution. Claw clips. I'm so glad that these are popular again because they are widely available. I get this 2-pack of gold and silver from Amazon and I can coordinate that with the accessories that I'm wearing for the day. This just helps to bring the hair off of your chest, off of your back, and that's really going to help keep you cool during the summer. And one more tip for accessories. Wear smaller handbags during the summer, especially if it's one you're wearing against your body. You want as much airflow as possible, so this is not a season when I'm going to wear my heavy-duty leather bags a lot. I'm going to save that for fall, winter, even spring. But for summer, I tend to wear just a little crossbody bag, something that doesn't weigh me down and definitely allows for as much breathability as possible. I'm so glad you joined me for today's video. I hope that these tips are going to help you to stay cool during this summer heat wave. Next week I will start fall content, so look out for that. But before you go, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you're interested in curating a more intentional wardrobe, combining style and comfort. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next week for a brand new video. Take care.